How come you're wearing such fine armor? Is there a joust happening?
G'day ladies and gents, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance with Mags, and, well, we're starting off this episode with a little bit of a montage. As I indicated at the end of the last episode, my goal for this episode was to complete the From the Ashes DLC, and that's precisely what we're going to do. However, first things first, I needed some money, and that was a nice shot. Actually, I think that was my first straight kill of a fully armoured Kuman with the bow. Shouldn't be my last, though. Anyways, gold or groschen is the primary issue with completing the From the Ashes DLC. You need a lot of it. Now, as a general rule, most players that I've spoken to have said that they had no issues coming up with the gold, but it's probably a slight issue or slight difference with how they play versus how I'm playing. Because I'm actually recording this and doing a sort of a series of videos following the story and trying to tell the story in an interesting way, it means I'm not going out of my way to farm a lot of bandits. I tend to be sticking relatively closely to the quests and side quests, so I'm not making as much gold as I potentially could be. Needed to change that here. So it took roughly 5 runs into the remains of Skelets, plus farming the bandits in the forest south of Privoslavitz to finally get enough gear up to sell to make the 40,000 gold that I start the main construction with in this video, which overall took probably 4 to 5 hours by the time I did my running around and the rest of it. Got a couple more levels on Henry, especially in Mace, worked up his bow skills. Nearly got my ass kicked by a couple of Kumans here. Actually, that's what slowed me down. I took a couple of injuries in the course of doing the run, so I had to sleep off the injuries and get the healing thing to happen in order to make them go away before I could make the next run, which was time-consuming as well. But yeah, it took about 5 hours, roughly, to get this done. But anyways, we managed to make up the gold, and I managed to pick up a whole bunch of levels on Henry to make him even more powerful for moving on in the storyline, and I really hate dogs. That almost got me killed then. That little bastard just holding me in place so 3 Kumans could beat the piss out of me, and there's no easy way to get the dogs off you. I did give the command there. I do have the command now to actually make my dog attack, and I did give him the order to do so, and he didn't attack the dog, which is what I needed him to do. But regardless, we did get there in the end. I've decided to show you a bit of a montage of just a couple of the fights that I got involved in, because honestly there would be 2 videos of just me beating up Kumans over and over again in pretty much exactly the same locations, farming the spawn sites for them. Not hugely interesting. I did enough damage to this guy's helmet that I basically destroyed it completely when I went to sell it. And these were the last 2 bandits I actually encountered before heading into Privy to do a quick slot of justice. I was actually nearly out of arrows here, and then actually starting the construction. And this was funny, because as soon as they actually saw me, it's the first time I've seen bandits actively turn and run from combat. I had to go back and engage them.
Ow. Now.
They didn't exactly have anything of value. You can see it in what they're wearing. There was no reason for this, but bandits attacked me just outside of the town. You can just see the town through the trees through there, or what will be the town. So, they had to be dealt with. Anyways, ladies and gents, we're going to jump over to the live comms now. Hope you enjoy.
What is it this time? We have a problem with water. That is, with the stream. With the, use of the stream.
The stream? What seems to be the trouble?
Sir, they won't let me have a shit.
What's that?
Your locator here won't let people go for a shit.
God give me strength.
Master Locator, would
They're not looking to shit
you be
in the
so
river,
kind as to
are they?
cast some light on the matter?
I never forbade anyone to defecate. It's not something that can be prohibited anyway.
You did so.
All I asked was that people did their business further downstream. After all, we don't want our water supply contaminated. It could cause disease.
Well, I know what diseases, but...
What kind of disease?
Digestive disorders, fever, even death.
Man knows his
Ah,
shit.
what a load of nonsense. We always poured our shit out right there on the road. They even do that in Prague, for what I've heard. What else would they do with it?
Yeah, a city that was, what, decimated by plague.
Is it
yeah,
true
that's
about Prague?
fine.
Admittedly, in many cases, yes. But often there's no other option. The wealthier citizens have a latrine in their courtyard which they empty out whenever necessary. The
Fuck,
common folk
medieval
do empty
cities
their
must have
chamber pots
stunk
on
like
the streets.
nothing else.
See now.
But it's also said that if the Turks ever try to attack Prague, it's the stink that will hold them back, not the walls.
Yeah, I can see why. Yeah.
What do you suggest, Master Marius?
Let the people answer the call of nature at least 100 feet downstream from the village.
What? That far? What if I get the runs? I'd shit myself before getting
Well, if
there.
you're not shitting in your drinking water, you'll get the runs a hell of a lot
I've
less.
decided. Defecating will only be allowed at least 100 feet from the
Maybe I
village.
should have
But,
picked
sir-
150.
A
I'll
wise
deal with
decision,
it.
Henry.
Well, at least we have permission to go and shit again. I'll go and tell the fellas we can go to the stream. It's been a tough few days.
You mean you haven't been since... No, don't say it. I don't even want to know.
Alright. And we have a healthy Henry again. So, first things first. We're 10k groschen, and we have... Let's dump 40, I'll keep 2 on me. $50k. Alright, let's see what we can do to this town with 50k, if that's going to be enough. Actually, no, we don't need to talk to you. End dialogue. I can just use the book. Okay, so what have we got? Now, we've got the temporary rat house. We haven't got the... haven't got either of those, although I wouldn't mind getting them. We've got enough to do the church. Forge is built. Bakery can't be built with the butchers, which I still think is bullshit. We've got the butchers. Stables can't be built with the guardhouse, and it's not built. And the guardhouse can't be built with the stables. Provides 150, 120, generates 75, 145. Head grooms manage them for the liege lords, have responsibility for handling the valuable mounts, which deserve recognition. We can get saddlers equipment upgrade. We get the archery range upgrade. So this gives us access to our own training area for the archery, but I don't think we need it. Yeah, I think we're going to build... We'll build stables, because we've got the grain arrived, but we're not using the grain in the bakery, because we've got the butchers. So I reckon we'll build
Marius,
this one
there's
first.
work to be done.
Come on, Turd, let's go.
Come along with me then, and we'll start building.
Besides, then I should have my access to my own horses. As I understand it, the horse stud should have some potentially high quality horses we can get, and may sell some horse gear. I'm still yet to find horse armor, for example, and I know you've got to buy it. You won't find it. I've never found a place to buy it from, so hopefully this will put somebody in there that'll actually sell it, and we can actually get some gear to upgrade the horse, and maybe get a better horse. I don't see the guard tower as offering me much else in the alternative at this point. So,
We're going to
yeah.
build here?
Indeed. Can we begin?
I'm ready.
I'll just quickly check again that we have everything we need.
We've got everything we need.
All good. We can start construction.
Okay, there it is. fine enough. Not quite as nice as the one at Neuhoft. That's a really nice stud, but... Oh, Ratte Tawny. Already... God damn it, we're supposed to be building stuff here. I can't really afford to stop at this point, but I don't want to miss another Tawny. No, we'll keep building. I'm going to have to miss it. We've got to move this along. Alright, so, we've got the horse stud built. This place is actually starting to look like a town. We might have to do the rat house next. Because this pile of tents up here is rubbish. Let's go to the rat house.
I've decided what to build.
Shouldn't take too long. Come along with me and we'll take a look at the site.
Hurry up.
We're going to build here?
Of course we're going to build here.
Yes.
Where else would we
Shall we
build
get
the rat
started?
house?
I'm ready.
I'll just quickly check
It
again that
says
we have
that
everything
it
we
jumps
need.
forward a couple of days.
We've got what we need.
Hopefully it actually doesn't. And we don't actually miss the Tawny doing this. That would be nice if it's just a pop-up, but it doesn't actually progress time. That's looking a little nicer. Okay. Not quite as grand as I would have thought, but it is definitely nicer than what we had before. And there's the book. Alright, so how much do we have left? We're still sitting on 42,000 here. So we haven't done the extended rat house. Which is an alchemy bench and a herb garden. Okay, so that could be useful, but it's not something that's too urgent at this point. Church not built. Alright, so we're going to do the church repairs, but we're still going to skip those for the moment. The forge is built. The bakery can't be built because we've got the butchers, which is built. The stables are now built, so we can't build the guardhouse. Traders has been built. The tavern has been built. And the bridge road has been built. Woodcutter's camp has been built. Beehives, not. Beehives demand little labour, but are well worth having for honey. Tasting can be used to improve many dishes. Labourer's camp is built. So that's really it. We're nearly done. We build the beehives.
I've decided what to build.
And then we can do the upgrades to the church.
All right. I'll muster the labour. Come
on
with me.
then. Let's go get the beehives put up. That's got to be fast. Ouch. And then we'll do the repairs on the church. And that's just about it for the moment. Like, other than doing some upgrades, which we'll probably be able to afford to do as well. I might have actually overdone it with the gold, to be perfectly honest. Or the Groshen, rather. So where are we putting the beehives? Apparently here.
We're going to build here?
Right here. Ready to start?
Yes.
I'm ready.
I'll just quickly check again that we have everything we need.
We've got everything we
We've
need.
still got the means. We'll get stuck in then.
There's a tourney happening in Ratte today. I won't make it. So it does actually advance time. Ah, well, we'll have to miss this one and come back on the next one. Because I want to get the town done so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Hard up with the Herald this morning. Not with how long it'll take me to get there. It'll be this afternoon by the time I make it. Oh, sorry. I haven't signed up for the tourney. I'm here. Sometimes this game gets a little confusing on what it's actually trying to do in the background. Alright, so we have the beehives now. Let's fix a church. And that should complete the quest, even without the upgrades. Everything around the rest of the town should be incidental. So at the moment, on summary, we are making a profit of 970 gold. So, yeah, I don't even need to gather gold for this anymore. We are definitely making a profit. 670 from the tavern? How? Is there any upgrades that I can do to it at this point? Stables. Traders. Tavern. Improvement 1 is the brewery, which will add 300, and dice games will add 200. It's only going to cost 3,000 overall. So actually, let's straight up do that.
There's work to be done.
I should have done the church first, but upgrading the pub, if the pub's making
Good
that
choice.
much.
Come with me.
I wish there was a way to skip this part, though. This is the annoying bit. You've gathered up all the gold, and now you've got to chase this guy around all the time. You can't just say, hey, build it, and have him do his damn job. You've got to be there to give permission to start it. It's... I like the idea.
The House of God? Surely not.
I find it hard to believe myself, but it's all over the village.
On hallowed ground among the monks? Nonsense. Someone must have made it up to put the fear of God in folk.
I pray to God you're right, or it'll be amen for us all soon.
Now, do they know it was me that did something in the church, or is it just that something happened in the church? Because they're definitely talking about the church. Of course we're going to talk...
Right here.
I'm ready.
Where else would we upgrade the pub
I'll
other
just
than
quickly
at the
check
pub?
again that we have everything we need. We've got what we need.
Very nice. We're now brewing our own beer. Very important. Okay, now we can do. Now we'll do the church. We'll do the church, and then I'll just clean up the rest of the upgrades as we go through until we're out of money. Because at this point, I can just spend as much as I like. The place is going to fund itself. Come on. I might do the upgrade to the right house as well. But before we do that, where is it here? Church basic repairs.
I've decided what to build.
Come with me.
He's going to be getting real frustrated with how much I'm making him run around at the moment.
We're going to build here?
Yes, we're going to build here.
Shall we?
Yes, we should get
I'm
started.
ready.
I'll
And
just
yes, we have the means.
We've got what we need.
Okay, that's looking a little better. It's still a little rough around the edges, but... there's no bell. I thought that would have put in the bell. Ensure objective started. Ensure sufficient income. Okay, so since we've upgraded the church, even with basic repairs, this must have amplified the cost of operating the village, which means we've dropped below the 1,000 gold income, which is what I assume we need. Where are we at here? No, we're still over 1,000. So I'm not sure what that's about. Regardless, we'll do the rest of the upgrades to get the rest of that soon. Church basic repairs. Church not built. 17,000. And... Yep,
I've decided what to build.
let's do the church. Come on.
Good choice. Come with me.
Be interesting to see what this looks like once it's all done.
We're going to build here?
Indeed.
Yes.
I'm ready.
I'll just quickly check again that we have everything we need. All good.
At this rate, we're going to rotate around back to the next tourney. There we go. There's a bell. That's better. I think the internal framework could have been done a little nicer. Possibly got some stone out as well. At least they plastered the walls. Yeah, not how I would have repaired it, but... yeah, that'll do, I suppose. Alright, so we now have a church done, which is one of the major requirements. Alright, so what we need now... Quest log. Place to call home. Renew the church. Ensure sufficient income. Technically we should have done all that. We've only got 11,000 left, so I'm actually cutting it really close here. 970, alright, so it must have to be over 1,200. What's left? So the upgraded rat house, that makes sense. Church, basic structure has been done. Altar and frescoes has been... Aha!
Marius, there's work to be done.
So we're going to do the altar and the frescoes.
Come along with me then. We'll start building.
Yes, yes, yes. Come on. We may actually run out of gold here. I've got a little bit of spare stuff that I haven't sold yet from the last run still in that chest, so we might have to make a run down to Rattay to sell it all.
We're going to build here?
Right here. Ready to start?
Yes.
I'm ready.
I'll just quickly check again that we have everything we need. We've still got the...
Alright, so that's got the altar in. Win the turn if you can. Don't tell me that's just one day past at this point. Of course the quest has failed, Rattay Tony. I'm not there. It's alright. I'll catch the next one. It looks like only about 2 days have actually passed doing all this. I spent more time gathering the money for it. So much sure it's a few days later line. Alchemy bench. Structures, frescoes. Alright, so let's do the frescoes.
I've decided what to build.
I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but, you know what I mean. Renew the church. Alright, so that's that part of the quest done. Yeah, that looks like it. And I wonder if people are actually use it in the town will actually use it now. Nicely done. So now, if I'm right, the issue is just income. So we're down to 6,000. Making 970. So how do we make more money? Church is done. Swordsmith and armorsmith. I assume we sort of have to pick one here. Swordsmith or armorsmith? I'm pretty good at weapon. I'm going to go with the armorsmith.
I've decided what to build.
Hopefully this will cause a massive increase in the money the forge is making, then I can put the rest of the gold into the tavern's
Shouldn't
upgrade.
take too long. Come along with me and we'll take a look at the site.
Why is there a wounding arrow? Just
I'm getting desperate.
don't tell me that's been here since the fight that took place here. Yeah, somebody's a terrible shot. And it looks like I've actually got a quest to look over some stuff for the town, so we'll have to do that one as well. But first...
We're going to build here?
Yes.
I'm ready.
I'll just quickly check again that we have all good.
Alright, that got the income back up. Cool. So that technically completes the quest here. Inform Sir Devish that Privis Levitz has been renewed. I mean, before I do that, I'd like to actually finish the place. Actually, the good part about having an armorsmith as well is I have a tendency to find more armor to sell than I do weapons, so weaponsmiths won't buy armor, armorsmiths will buy weapons. Alright, so let's judge this one and see what it's all about. The last one was funny.
What's the matter here?
This bitch here tried to kill me. Have her clapped in the stocks where she belongs.
That's not true, Master Bailiff, sir. He got drunk, like he always does, and ate who knows what kind of slop somewhere.
You know very well what it was what poisoned me. You're trying to get rid of me and don't think I don't know it.
Enough. One at a time. Tell me what happened. What makes you think she tried to poison you?
She hates me. She wants to put me in the ground and then take the farm. I can see it in her eyes. She's just wishing for the day I'm dead. But she'll never see it, because I'll throw her out on her ear.
She hates you, I hate you.
From my own home? You useless, ale-swilling pig. Have you forgotten who got you a roof over your head?
Just look at her, sir. You can see for yourself what a harpy she is. I came home after 1 or 2 ales at the tavern, ate my supper, what was left on the table for me, and went to bed. And in the morning, I woke up with my guts in agony. My head was on fire. I thought my last hour had come. If it wasn't for the old herb woman, she'd already have me in the ground.
Have you forgotten the part about battering me and throwing up in the doorway?
Shut your mouth, you whore.
So you got drunk and then got a stomachache in the shits.
Quiet. Good wife. Tell me your side of the story.
Sir, that beast is good for nothing but drinking away my dowry with his cronies. If he puts his hand to a flail at all, it's only to beat me with it. We were thrown out of the farm near Ledechko that I got as a dowry, because this fool let it go to ruin and got us into debt too.
They threw us out because you wouldn't back me up to the bailiff.
Because I couldn't hold my head up if I lied to cover your useless arse.
That's got nothing to do with you poisoning me.
He boozes from morning till night and beats me. Says I don't take good enough care of him. And all he does is sit on his ass expecting me to run around cooking and cleaning for him. And now he wants to drive me out of the village saying I tried to kill him. What would I do then?
Tell me about how you were poisoned, as you claim.
I came home, and there was a bowl of cabbage soup and a pitcher of wine on the table. So I had it and went to bed. I woke up in the early hours and had to run to the outhouse. Spewing from both ends, I was. I was burning up so much you could light a torch off me. And this witch here laughing up her sleeve. She wouldn't even call the herb woman for me.
If I had to call the herb woman every time you get boozed up, she might as well move in with us.
When I was writhing in agony on the ground, I heard her say clear as day, "Ha! You got what was coming to you."
Is that true?
No, he's lying.
What do you think happened, good wife?
Nothing what hasn't been 100 times before. He was crooked as a bishop again, and I could already hear him in the courtyard, retching and spewing. I had his supper waiting on the table, because otherwise there'd be hell to pay. Only there's no pleasing the pig. Where's the meat? And what have you. And when I told him God's honest truth that there's no meat, 'cause he drank all our money away, he laid into me like a madman.
One slap was all you got. What was less than you deserved for your evil tongue?
I ran off and hid in the barn till he'd calmed down. When I could hear him snoring like a pig, I came inside again. After a while, he started throwing up and he was spewing till dawn. Who knows what he ate when he was boozed up? Or it was the booze itself done it.
And what about the herb woman?
I went for her in the end. 3 groschen I had to give her for some wormwood potion. I could have done that myself for nothing. And then he claimed I poisoned him.
Now, I've heard enough.
Yeah, fuck it, this guy's a dickhead. Even if she did poison him, he probably deserves it.
You, farmer, won't touch another drop of booze, or I'll leave you in the stocks to dry out. And if you raise your hand to your wife again, I'll take a bludgeon to you.
But a drink or two?
No buts. There'll be no half measures with you.
Thank you, Master Bailiff. Thank you 1,000-fold. You're a wise and just man.
Right, reputation lost for that one. Don't really care. What a prick. Alright. So we can go and speak to Sir Divish at any point now, but I wouldn't mind burning through what gold we have left, actually trying to finish up a couple more parts of the town. How much do we actually have left at this point? We've got 4,000 left. So you know what? Other. I've still got stuff to sell, so I can dump the whole lot in and give a 6.5. Rat house. We haven't built the extended rat house. Church is now done. We can't build the swordsmith tools with the armor, which makes sense. Bakery we can do, or can't be built because we've got the butchers. The butchers, we can do the smokehouse, which will probably
I've
be
decided
worth
what
it.
to build.
There he is.
We're gonna build here? I'm ready.
I'll just quickly
Alright, so that should be the butcher's fully upgraded now, which should increase its gold income. Cool, alright. So smoker's done. Take the path back up here. Now the rat house upgrades are going to cost us 300 a month, so we need to make sure that is already covered before we do those upgrades. That was only 500. So now we are going to have to... Yeah, that's done. Can't be done. Butchers is now fully done. Stablers gets a saddle as equipment for 2,000. You skip the guardhouse. Traders gets no upgrades. You can get dice games for the brewery still, which we'll have to do. Bridgham Road doesn't do anything. Woodcutter's Camp doesn't do anything. Beehives doesn't do anything. Labourer's Camp doesn't do anything. So it's only the... only the stables and the brewery and the rat house left to go, so...
I've decided what to build.
Come on.
All right. I'll muster the labor.
You know, I just realised it's a really conveniently placed set of dirt, so when you walk straight out the end and stand on it, you don't actually take falling damage. Which way did he run? Nimble little bastard. Where did he go? Oh, he'll be down this way, of course.
We're gonna build here?
Right here. Ready to start?
I'm ready.
I'll just quickly... We've got...
Very nice. So hopefully he will have armor. Actually, let's take a look at that. I don't really... I can't spend the gold. I don't have anything at this point, but...
I'm glad to see you.
Let's talk trade. What have you got? Basic horse riding skills. Cavalry bridle, cumin spurs, farm horseshoes. Hunter's saddle with 1 saddlebag, knight spurs. That'll be the armor. Alright, so about 600 gold a piece. That's leather. Travel horseshoes. We got steel ones here too. Okay, so 2,000. We should be able to get that out of the gear that I've got. Actually, it just occurs to me, we've rebuilt the rat house since I put all the stuff in storage. I'm going to have to go and have a check and see exactly where the chest is now. But this is looking pretty good for a town now.
You'd think he had blue blood. What is it this time?
This is looking pretty alright indeed. Alright, so where is my chest? Not in this one. Aha. Yep, that's the one. Cool. Well, in that case, time to finish this off. Next one will be the brewery's upgrade, and then we can do the extended rat house, and we are done. Stables, guardhouse can't be done, traders, tavern, alright.
Marius, there's work to be done.
All right. I'll muster the labour. Come with me.
We're gonna build here? I'm ready.
Oh.
And we are finally nighttime.
In the monastery? Really? What happened?
I don't know exactly. There's been talk of a dead monk being found. Murdered, they say.
What? In the house of God? Surely not.
I find it hard to believe myself, but it's all over the village.
On hollow ground among the monks? Nonsense. Someone must have made it up to put the fear of God.
Well, that answers that. No, they don't
Can't
know.
just walk
What
around
happened?
in the dark. You have to.
Oh, I'm the fucking bailiff, cunt. Shut up and bugger off. And yeah, I can walk around in the dark if I want to. So it was quite pretty watching everybody walk around with the lanterns lit. They appear to be actually using the church. Well, we're going to have to sleep the night, which is perfectly fine by me. We'll grab a feed in the morning, we'll finish the rat house upgrades, and from there it is time to ride to Talmberg, where I can finally tell... Why can't I close that door? Oh, very well.
God.
Yes, my child? Where do I sleep? This is the thing. Where is the sleeping quarters here? Thought there would have been a bed in here, but apparently not. That's it. There's no bailiff's quarters out the back. I got a wood pile. Farmland directly out the back. No, that looks like that's it. This is like an outdoor sleep. Well, there is sleeping with the chickens. That's this place is pretty rural, but it shouldn't be that rural. God damn it, that's actually where I have to sleep. Oh, hopefully the rat house extension actually solves that, because that's pretty piss poor. You think the bailiff would at least put a bed back in his own room? Alright, so we'll sleep till, let's call it 7, that gives us 8 hours. Nourishment's on 83, so we'll just eat out of the pot outside, and then we can do the rat house upgrades, and that is it. Actually, we might do the rat house upgrades before we even eat. Alright, good. You're at your spot. Let's do that first. 1595. Now we'll just confirm that everything else in here is completely done. Obviously the rat house isn't, because that's the last one left to go. Bakery's a drying shop, which can't do because the butcher's got its upgrades. Saddler's has got its upgrades. Guardhouse can't be built. Brewery and dice games are done. And now the rest of these had upgrades. Good. So that's it, just the rat house. Which is there. Which costs 9,000 and we don't actually have the gold for it in the first place. How much do we actually have? 5. Okay, so I've got to wait a few days to actually get enough gold up for that. It's not that urgent. It doesn't matter. At this point, it's important to get all of the other upgrades completed first. So, with that done, we can quickly grab a feed, call up our horse, and it's time for us to travel down to Talmberg, because I believe that is the next step in this quest. Place to call home, enforce Sir Divish that Privislavitz has been renewed. Alright. Well, yeah, we'll handle the rest of that later. I'm assuming we should be able to finish off the last buildings if we can, and if we can't, well, it's only the upgrade to the rat house, so I'm not too concerned. So that... this is looking pretty alright.
Yeah.
Compared to what it was when I first started this quest. That is looking like a fairly decent little town. Not particularly fond... stuck on everything. Not particularly fond of the building mechanics themselves.
Yeah.
Although the book sequence is fine, it's just how drawn out it is to finally get the little dude to actually, you know, do his damn job and build the goddamn thing that you want him to build.
Yeah.
But beyond that, nice little way to chunk up all the gold you can potentially generate. I mean, if I didn't have that as a sink, by now I'd be sitting on like 100,000 gold. And I'd have literally nothing to spend it on. Alright, so if you hang a left here and then the next right, we should be fine. If I can even see the path that I'm supposed to hang a left on. I'm already on it. Alright, that'll explain it.
Yeah.
So, next right. That will be the right there. Okay. If we follow this, it should take us all the way to Talmberg. There is Sir Divish himself, so I've just got to get through here without running anybody over.
I'm glad you stopped by.
Where did he go? Wait to see where he's actually going to walk to before I disturb him, so we can actually... Well, I'm actually thinking about it. Player... Let's...
Sir Divish, I finished the assignment you gave me. Privislavitz is up and running once more, and making money. And the church is as good as new.
Indeed? That's excellent news. I can't wait to see it for myself.
Of course. We can go right away.
See you later.
Welcome to Pribyslavitz.
Well now, I've heard some reports, but to see it with my own 2 eyes, beautiful.
Me and Marius did our best.
As you saw on the way here, the village is prospering, trade is booming, and the villagers are doing well.
I saw the new buildings as we were riding in. You've both done a magnificent job. I owe you my gratitude and commendation.
Thank you, sir.
How did you manage it so quickly?
We had to clear the woods and the ruins of the former buildings.
I arranged supplies of building materials and victuals from traders nearby.
Thanks to which we were able to build what
Killed
you
a few
see here
people.
today.
And the church here has become the dominant feature of the whole village.
I'm especially proud of our church.
Indeed, you have plenty to be proud of. Thank you both. I can say wholeheartedly that you have not disappointed me. On the contrary, you have exceeded my expectations.
It's been an honor.
I quite concur.
Master Marius, I'd like you to stay on in the village. As soon as things have settled in the province, we can begin with the expansion as planned.
As you wish, my lord.
As for you, Henry, as I promised, you shall continue to have the income from the village, as well as the bailiff's office.
Thank you, my lord.
I thank you, Henry. Few could manage what the 2 of you have achieved here.
Oh, there we have it. That is the completion of the quest. Although it does look like I'm going to have to go down and deal with somebody else's problem, so we better go and take care of that one just now, and then we might sign this one off. Now, I was contemplating actually starting another one of the DLCs, but I think it's about time we moved back on with the main quest, which is why I wanted to get through all of this in one more video. So, with this one done, we'll do one more judgment, and then we'll be off.
Good day, Master Bailiff.
God be with you. What's the trouble?
Lame Agatha, that old crone who lives on the edge of the village.
What's she done to you?
Well, I thought you should know. She's getting mixed up in the herb woman's trade and selling folk all kinds of ointments and potions.
What's wrong with that?
It's all a swindle and a cheat. She ought to be burned as a witch.
What do you mean, it's a swindle?
Because those mixtures of hers don't work. It's nothing but plain water with herbs and pork lard.
How do you know about it? Have you tried something from her yourself?
Me? Why would I? Well, that would be a sin, wouldn't it?
Well, I suppose she did something to you, otherwise you wouldn't be here.
She X'd my hens and now they won't lay. And she put a spell on her own so they lay double.
Are you serious?
I swear by the Holy Mother of God, she put a spell on them.
Fucking peasants.
What kind of ointments and potions are you talking about?
Oh, you know, potions for an aching head, women's pains, and herbs to make cows give more milk.
It sounds like this one's just a bitch.
I reckon the only thing that's going on here is that you're a nasty, envious creature who condemn her own neighbour over a few eggs.
What? I would never. What do you take me for?
I'm not going to waste another minute on you.
You call that justice? Next time I'll go straight to the bishop.
Next time I'll hang you. Anyways, ladies and gents, hope you enjoyed the video and thank you very much for watching. From this one, I'm going to save game. I'm going to grab up the rest of the loot that I've got sitting up here and go and sell it because I am flat broke at this point. I would like some gold to be able to repair my gear, although it's in pretty good nick at the moment, but it won't be for much longer. So from here, we will be going back to Rattay, as I think it's the last place at the moment that's actually got any gold. From there, we are going to head off and complete, or get back to the main quest, which is just south of Sasau. And, well, I don't know exactly what's going to happen from there. I don't know where that quest is going to go, so this should be fun. Until next time, guys, remember to click that like button if you did, share and subscribe if you would like to see more, and as always, take care.